Parshat Tzav opens with a command. Vaydaber Hashem al Moshe lemor, Tzav et Aaron vet banav lemor. Command Aaron and his sons, saying. And all the Mefarshim want to know, why does the pasuk use the word Tzav, command, as opposed to tell Aaron and his sons? And the Mefarshim, Rashi, Ramban, all say that the language of tzivui, of command, is to indicate that it's a mitzvah that we have to rush to do, miyad oladarot, immediately and for all generations. I was thinking, what allows us to keep telling and saying and doing things from now for every generation? What sticks? As we go from Tzav into Pesach, we have our answer right there. Up until this point, our preparation for Pesach has been consuming us. And perhaps we've been very focused on the minutiae of halacha, of how much matzah to buy, when to sit down for the Seder, when to eat the last bit of chametz, how to clean our kitchens. But by the time we sit down at our Seder, there's a shift. Now we have to tell the story of the Exodus. We have to tell it in a way that it's remembered from generation to generation to generation. This idea is captured by that little maaseh in the middle of the Haggadah. We get to Bnei Brak, and we're told of Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Ben Azariah, Rabbi Yeshua, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Tarfon. They're sitting around, and they're misaprim b'yitziat Mitzrayim kol oto halayla. They're just telling the story all night until their Talmidim come in and say it's time for Kriyat Shema. But there's another story, one that is not canonized in Haggadah, that is almost the same. This time, it's Rabban Gamliel, Maaseh Baran Gamliel, V'Zakenim, and they're sitting around with the elders in the house of Beitus ben Zonin, Belod, not in Bnei Brak, but in Lod. And this time, they're oskin b'halachot haPesach. They're engaged in the minutiae of halakha, talking about how to keep the laws of Pesach all night until their students come in and send them off to Shacharit. So why isn't this story captured and canonized in the Haggadah? I think the idea is Haggadah and Magid is all about the stories. The way in which generation after generation remembers a story is by retelling it over and over and over again. Halachot are important. They're the foundation on which we stand. But it's the Ma'aseh Yitziat Mitzrayim. It's the story that lasts and causes us to keep the Haggadah, to keep the Pesach story going and going and going. This is the tzivui. This is our command. This is our obligation. This is what we finally do when we sit down at the Pesach Seder. We tell the story, just like all the rabbis before us. I hope you have a meaningful Pesach.